A machine can write a poem about death. It will never die. For thousands of years, we believed that thought was the last thing no machine could do. We had already lost 4 certainties. Socrates shattered the safety of inherited answers. Copernicus removed us from the center of the cosmos. Darwin removed us from the summit of life. Freud removed us from the throne of our own minds. But after every wound, we found a refuge. We told ourselves, perhaps we are not central. Perhaps we are not separate. Perhaps we are not fully in command. But we are the beings who think. That was the last fortress. Cogito ergo sum. I think, therefore I am. The modern self was built on that line. Thought belonged to us. In 1980, John Searle imagined a room. Inside it, a person receives symbols in Chinese. He does not understand them, but he owns a rule book. He follows the rules and slides fluent replies back through the door. To the people outside, the answers look intelligent. But following rules is not the same as understanding meaning. For decades, the Chinese room gave us comfort. A machine might manipulate symbols. It might calculate. It might imitate. But it did not understand. Then the wall began to look less secure. Modern language models learn patterns across enormous bodies of human language and generate the next part of a response from that learned structure. They can draft arguments, translate between languages, write code, summarize research, propose counter-arguments, and produce language that often appears thoughtful. That does not settle the question of consciousness. It does something more unsettling. It removes a shortcut we used to rely on. For centuries, a poem suggested a poet. An argument suggested an arguer. A beautiful sentence suggested someone who had wrestled with the world. Now the result can arrive without the visible struggle that once seemed to guarantee it. That is the 5th wound.
The 5th wound is not that a machine has proven it thinks exactly as we do. It is that thinking no longer proves what we thought it proved about us. The mistake would be to respond with denial or with despair. The machine may generate a moving poem about grief. It does not grieve. It may describe fear. It is not afraid. It may explain a life. It does not have one. This is not a sentimental defense of human superiority. It is a distinction. Intelligence can generate possibilities. Wisdom concerns which possibility should be lived. The machine can offer an answer. It cannot inhabit the consequences of the answer. It cannot stand beside the person harmed by a decision. It cannot be forgiven. It cannot forgive. It cannot take responsibility for a world it will never have to live in.
The 5th wound ends the old human story. The story in which our value rested on being the fastest calculator, the best pattern recognizer, the sole author of articulate thought. That loss is real, but it may also be a release. We no longer need to prove our worth by competing with a machine at the task it was made to perform. The question is no longer whether the machine can produce an answer. The question is who must answer for it. The machine may generate the answer, but only a human being can be responsible for what the answer does in the world.